they began to challenge me because they saw me doing things that were not possible according to the books. And I can do more. And I can show it.
Widely reckoned as the Iceman, has done the unthinkable.
He has set numerous world records.
He scaled Everest in a pair of shorts and ran a marathon across the Namibian desert.
He's also dedicated his life to helping others reach their full potential.
He's promised to freeze the fear by putting ice in our veins.
The Iceman.
The Iceman.
You're the Iceman.
They call me the Iceman.
You were stuck on the ice and you passed out on the ice.
Right, when you panic, you lose oxygen very fast because I lost the weight. I was gone. And I could not see. So you keep on going, but never agony, never fear.
Is that a process? Is this a lengthy process to overcome your trauma?
People don't know what to do with trauma. And trauma is deeper than our conditioned mind and body is able to control. And therefore, the method goes deeper than what we used to do.
How did you cope with that?
You cannot cope with it, but it copes with you. And then you find new ways to deal with it. It finds.
What? Gladiators, I have a superhuman here for you today, Mr. Wim Hof, a gentleman I've followed for many years. I've read his books, and it is an absolute honor to have him on our podcast today. Wim, welcome.
Thank you, Dariush, for having me.
Thank you. Welcome to the arena called life. So please, whereabouts in the world are you right now?
Right now, I'm in Queensland, Australia. It's very warm, but in a couple of days I go to Scotland, and I'll be swimming in the lochs over there, in the lakes.
Are you actually educating now? Do you have? I know you're doing motivational events and speaking. Do you have certain courses? Please share with us? Share with your audience.
Yes, I have an academy and about 1,500 teachers now. But it's ongoing. It's ongoing and endorsed more and more with scientific studies. So we have literature to learn within the master's course to become an instructor. But then it's more focused on the practice and not so much on book kind of knowledge.
Indeed. So are you there in Queensland supporting your trainers now?
No, I live here now. My wife is Australian.
Right,
and,
right.
We live here, and I must say I love it. People think I only love cold countries and all. No, I love the tropics. Yet.
Yeah, that was my question. I was going to say, you'll never come to Dubai. It's too hot. But you like the tropics.
No, I love the desert. I love the desert. And I will be in Qatar in the beginning of December. And visit war victims and talk about trauma. Trauma is such a non-studied. People don't know what to do with trauma. And trauma is deeper than our conditioned mind and body is able to control. And therefore, the method goes deeper than what we used to do. And then suddenly we are able to access into the storage facility of our body to store up trauma. And then that way, effectively, we are able to release the trauma. And therefore, I go there.
Is that a process? Is this a lengthy process to overcome your trauma? Or please share with me.
Can be done in a couple of days.
What?
It's if you go into the lymphatic system, which we do with this method, and it has been shown in science that it goes that deep. It goes to the level of the autonomic nervous system. Then there is the trauma, and then naturally it is activated to release because it's like cleaning. It's like garbage inside. It has been stored. You cannot handle it in the situation when you took it on and it got stored in. But when you are at rest in your own space and you do these deep breathing techniques, then suddenly you're able to go to that depth and release it.
Incredible. Please share with us your journey, and then we'll come to today. I'd like to know more about your courses. And I'm even thinking right now, Qatar is only about 40-minute flight. So I'd love to speak to your assistant, see if he can maybe bring you over, and maybe we can do a smaller event. More, I know you have thousands of followers here. And thanks to you, I just recently last year invested in an ice bath. Thank you very much.
Good one. Yes.
Thank you so much. All my family use them thanks to you. Really appreciate it. So please share with us your journey. I know are you currently holding 3 world records? And over the lifetime, you've broken over 26 world records. Am I correct?
Yes, exactly. Exactly. I've been doing this ice bathing and extreme challenges my whole life. But when I touched television in 1999, they began to challenge me because they saw me doing things that were not possible according to the books. And I said, no, I can do that and I can do more. And I can show it. Yeah, let's go. Let's go to the North Pole, beyond the Polar Circle. I will run a half marathon in barefoot. And I will do also a full marathon on the Mount Everest, barefoot. I did all these things and swim under the ice and climbed the Mount Everest. And then I started to do things with groups. And as I started with groups, I said to what I can do, you can do.
Wow.
We can do more than we think. And this is initially the way I started my journey when I was 12 years old. When I was 12, I said to my friends, if the people think sickness, war, pollution, industrialization and gain and greed is normal, I think it is sick. And I'm going to do something about it. And what, I don't know, but I'm just doing it. And since then, my faith started. You try, you keep to your faith. And if every moment a little bit of faith is being exercised, then imagine what happens in 40 years' time. That becomes like every moment a drop. In 40 years, it is a tsunami. And now I am showing the world we can do more in our mind and body, and anybody can do it. And I showed it not only by doing world records and all, but by going into hospitals with professors and doctors and showing, for example, injection of a bacteria which normally make people very sick. We can control that. And there, Dariush, the world of science should have broken open.
You should have embraced you and celebrated it. Yes.
Yes, and start studies. But the whole scientific community is in the grip of money, of greed, of pharmaceutical industries and hospitals. It's all economy. It's all money-based. And they don't want natural ways to learn to control much deeper inside every one of us. It's there. In one day, Dariush, I get people 80 years and they have never done an ice bath. And in one weekend, they go like for 10 minutes and they feel amazing afterwards. That is like tapping into the depth of yourself and just get acquainted that there is so much more possible. Just that. I don't say follow me, this and that. I just want to say follow yourself and look for yourself in the depth of yourself, that it is beautiful to be who you are and what you are, to become happy, strong, and healthy. That is what I'm advocating. But because people don't listen massively, because we are in the grip of money and
Initially,
greed,
yes.
yes, and the doctors they just teach what they are being taught. Like yourself, you are a self-made man. I'm a self-made man too. I teach doctors and professors that there is so much more than what they have learned in the books. But it seems to be that they are not interested in that.
Well, the thing is, you do have a movement that the whole world knows about you. Now, two things. One, as a 12-year-old, looking back now, do you think this was a gift? Do you think this was a curse? Do you wish you hadn't
That was
gone?
my mother, Dariush. My mother at the time of my birth, my mother, I was the second one of the twins, and I almost suffocated. And they had to bring me to the operation room to get me out because I was too deep in. So I was born through the fear and the faith of my mother's praying, "Oh God, let this child live." And she was in pain, and they went to cut her open, cesarean and all. "Oh, let this child live. I will make him a missionary." She did it.
Wow.
She vowed it upon me. I was nobody. I was this little bit.
Incredible, incredible. So you embraced this challenge. You thought, I'm going to find a way. And I guess through this process, you didn't even plan to build a business. It came to you, right?
Yes.
These small wins, every single day, a win, celebrate the win. And eventually the whole world knows about you. The whole world.
Yes. It is so. It's like hundreds of millions of people now are doing it. And I always tell, you don't have to follow me. Follow you yourself. There is more. And you can do it. And it doesn't cost anything. But if you want to see me, then we have to organize an event. And we got to pay these people too. And then you will have to pay a tuition to come. Yeah, that's logical.
I'm committed to you. After this, we're going to organize at least 2 events in the next 12 months. I want to get you here and
2, 1, 2.
Done. So I'm hoping to get you in December and another one next year. So after this call, we'll exchange details, and it'd be my honor to have you here.
Great.
Thank you. What happened was, many years ago, I came up with the idea of spray tanning, because tanning it's not good for you under the sunbed. And within 1 year, I was very young, and lots of people copied my idea. And now I see spray tanning everywhere. And I'm like, hang on a second. I made a little bit of money, but I didn't trademark it. I didn't do anything. And the whole world started using it. Looking back now, do you have any regrets on the business side? And you think, maybe I should have these ice, because I was on Richard Branson's island 2 months ago, and he's got an ice bath.
Everybody is doing it. And Richard Branson, he should go in business with me or you and get things started. Because what I do, I don't need the money. I want research being done. I want to show that we have so much more than the way we are systemized, than the way the system has a grip on us. We have to free ourselves and get in ourselves, get a grip, and get fully blown, happy, strong, and healthy. And for that, we need the money to bring it out.
We need money, influence, attention. You have it all. Done. Let's make it happen. Done. Also, I'm speaking on stage with Richard.
Love you. Great.
Thank you. Richard's here, 2nd and 3rd of December. So you're in Qatar, right? 2nd and 3rd of December.
Yes.
Maybe I can make it happen.
Yes, do it.
Right.
Because
right.
What I got needs global attention. It needs powerful people who know how to handle the system. This is for the good of humanity. That's what it is.
Yes, I was speaking to Sir Richard, and he said that he only embraces projects that are fun and also good for humanity.
This is it.
Done. Done. Let's take this further. Now, you were stuck under ice and you passed out under ice. May I ask what this is like? If I had to choose a nightmare, this will be it.
Yes.
Why did you embrace that challenge? What was going through your mind? How do you deal with fear? Did you have fear at that time? Do you have
You
a
know what
fear?
it is, Dariush? When you go on your journey, on your path, be fearless, because you will always have the power to get out. You will always have the power to be on your path without. It's not your time. If you are afraid and you try to avoid going on the path, your journey, your spiritual journey, your development, then you will be encapsulated and it wants to break out. Then accidents happen. I met so many times life and death experience, the thin line, but I was always in control. Always. Like, I don't know, 50 times it could have died. But that time I was under the ice, I was so in control within myself. I shut down because I lost the way. I was gone. I could not see. So you keep on going. But what my mind did was shutting my consciousness out, but I kept on going subconsciously. And when I passed the other hole, which was on 50 meters, I went way beyond. Then I came back, 6, because I was counting subconsciously. 6 strokes back. And I tried to do 6 strokes back. I came, nothing. 6 strokes that way, nothing. Very simple. But never agony, never fear, never drowning reflex. Not there.
Incredible. And do you think by not panicking, you stay in that place longer? And when
Yes.
people panic,
When you panic, you lose oxygen very fast and you become acidic. When you become acidic, the nervous system is not able to stay cool, to have a subtle control with you, a subtle connection. It's at the time of death, the same thing. But at the time of death, you if you have a subtle connection, you just go. It's like sleep. Nice. And that's the way I felt back then.
apart from cold extremes of coldness, what other extreme things have you done? Is it always associated?
Climbing without gear. You know, steep walls.
Yes, yes.
Just one finger there and there, without rope. And I did the running. When they said the Mount Everest, I'm not interested to climb the Mount Everest in clothes and in oxygen. To me, that is like a car. That is, with a car you can, with a rocket you can go to the moon. But how far can you go? That is, I want to challenge my body and my mind. I want to spiritually grow. And that's why I took on the challenges. Any challenge that came up, or climbing, or running, or swimming, or staying in the cold, or staying or one finger in the air in midwinter, all these things. Every time I saw it as a challenge, and I felt very secure being able to do it. You learn to have a good connection. It's now being studied in Detroit. It's called interoception. And interoception is the ability by your mind, psychology, over physiology. And they never saw this in the university. And then I came and I showed it. Why? Because I've been in nature, not in the books. I've been in nature. I bring something that is natural. And now it is in the books. And now this is good for humanity because I want to teach the people that you have a absolute psychological overweight over bodily functioning. And that is to do with pain, but also with death. So there is no fear needed. Fear is just, you are not in control. This is signal saying you are not in control. Well, once you get in control, over 100% of the brain, which I showed also in brain scans, 100%, like LSD. You know LSD? When you get it on, you see the brain, oh, fool ya. I can do that without LSD. Anybody can do that without LSD.
I was speaking to a spiritual leader yesterday, and he was talking about plant medicine.
Yes.
So how do you feel about things like LSD, DMT, plant medicine?
They are amazing for people who cannot get out of their circling mind. It's captivating. It's very difficult to get out of deep trodden neural pathways. It's very difficult. And that depresses the people because where the neural activity goes, the blood flow goes. And when it is only there all the time, then the rest of the brain get less blood flow. Then you get depressed. It's logical. So I teach people how to get out through breathing techniques. You can do it, but also plant medicine, LSD and microdosing. Very good. But hey, I always say, get high on your own supply.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. So do you have any patents or do you have any trademarks like your own ice bath range or own product range? Nothing.
Nothing. Nothing at all. I got nothing at all because I'm not a businessman. My business is spiritual. My business is that I want to make accessible the soul to every person in the world. And with that, we are able to de-traumatize and get that control. And this is my next thing I want to bring to the Middle East. The ways to bring trauma to the surface and to effectively handle it. And with that, not only shock trauma of shock, that's bombs and all, but you have also long-term complex trauma. You don't see it, but it comes in and it traumatizes you and it influences your life's quality. And then you have ancestral trauma. And what is the reason of all the wars is ancestral trauma. And nobody knows how to get there, but I know it. So the matter is to bring it.
Right. Because I'm sure just like many millions and yourself, you're watching TV and you're thinking you are passing this fear and horrible feelings down generations to come. These bombings are happening and people dying, whatever religion, whatever country. It's messing up the human race for many generations to come, unless we deal with it.
I take on the challenge. I challenge my body and mind so much, and I showed that we can do so much more than in science was stated. And now it is the time to take on the ultimate challenge. That is to bring the soul to the surface. A happy man doesn't go to war. A happy man is not into greed. Let's make the people happy. Give them the tools and a scientific understanding beyond speculation that we are able to handle our mood, our emotions, become happy, strong, and healthy.
I love that. I absolutely love that.
That is love. Power and love is who we are. It's what I wish for every family, for every mother in the world.
Beautiful. You are a highly driven individual. What are you like to be married to? If I ask your wife, I'm sure not many women can put up with yourself. It's constantly challenging, growing, non-stop. So I'm very happy. I'm 65. Only a week ago, I had a new baby, my wife, in 2.5 hours. Amazing. I'm just happy like shit.
and happy, strong. I'm exercising every day. I paint. I make music. I'm gonna release an album in London. I'm gonna meet with Roger Waters from Pink Floyd and Gary Welles, who's the drummer, 25 years of Pink Floyd. He's organizing for me the full immersion hall in London, and we will release our album. I'm a very creative person. I like painting, woodwork, music, poetry, culture. I love it. But the most important is, of course, besides a family, is to make this world a happy, strong, and healthy place.
Beautiful. And how do you see things right now? A lot of people, there's American elections coming out, there's diversity, there's all sorts of hate and love out there. How do you feel about the world as it's moving? I have hope. And I think the future generation are going to be far better than us. I actually have an optimism towards humanity. How do you feel?
With the help, I just met you, Dariush. But with your help, because you are a self-made man, you know how to get out of the mud, as the metaphor says. Out of the mud comes the lotus flower. You grew out through all the existent equations of power and all, and here you are. Boom. Talking to me this way and offering me, hey, let's collaborate. We have hope to the future. But not only hope, we will be effective to make the path for those who are coming behind us, the next generations. You know the wise people, what they say, you are a good man if you plant a tree, you never will be enjoying the shade of. That's what we can do, but we can do it faster. We can do it, make it a 5-year plan with people like yourself and like Branson and Elon Musk and all. We need those people to get this understanding, to break out of this paradigm, which is very confusing. It's just confusing. And people don't know that there is so much insight awaiting to be part of them, to make them happy, strong, and healthy. It's all there. It's science. Only the science is being taken by the greed and by the power and by the money and control. And so is the world. But we have to learn to govern ourselves instead of the governments. All the respect outside, but here I am. I take over within myself and control my mood, my emotion, my happiness, strength, and health. And I bring it on to others. That's the way I see the future.
Yes, amazing. You have a young child. Congratulations. How do you feel about, you mentioned it earlier in our conversation, how do you feel about death? You said we didn't fear death.
No, that is, we are here. We come in a body. That's an incarnation. Yes, we exist already before. Otherwise, it's not a piece of me just growing out of randomly. That is something stupid. Is saying, logically, it doesn't add up. So it doesn't stop afterwards. The thing is, what do you do in this station, on Earth? And what I want to do, and what my mission is, to make this world not only a better place and a little bit better. I want to make all the world globally. I'm a globalist of positivity, of love. Love for life, because you are in control over your own emotion, your happiness, your strength, and your health. So that's what I bring. And when I die like I did my thing. Thank you. Was amazing. Good trip, guys. Go for it. I go that way. See you.
Yes, amazing. I call it when that piano just about to land on our head and life flashes in front of us. I want to go, wow, that was a cool ride.
We can do that now.
Yes.
So you with your vision, me with my vision, when these powers come together, freed of the grip, then we are able to do be part of the unlimited power of the mind.
But I didn't tell you about the shit that I've been in. You've already read it. You can feel it, right? That I've been through shit. I've had 2 heart attacks. And both times it was like, it's not my time. It's just a small hurdle. Let's just get over this hurdle. Let's move on. We got things to achieve, lives to change. Amazing.
Together we can do so much because you have no fear.
Yes, also, I feel your authenticity. I feel your authenticity. And you speak from the heart, right? You speak from your soul, not from here.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what we want to bring to all the children of the war victims and all. That's where I want to go. I want to show that there is a power that is good, that is happening right now, and that is very powerful, where people feel safe again. So whatever we will encounter, just let's get it on.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Speed stunts. You will notice from my end, I do things fast. So I was super excited. We missed each other.
Right.
Let's do it.
You don't think, you do.
Yeah, exactly. Just do it.
That's the speed of light.
Do you know? I was reading about you when you've also had loss. I lost my family when I lost my father when I was 4, my grandfather when I was 7, and I experienced death too early, and it did have an impact on my life because I thought there's no guaranteed, right? So you got to make this life count because tomorrow could be no guarantee there'll be a tomorrow. You've had loss in your life, and how did you cope with that when you were younger?
You cannot cope with it, but it copes with you. And then you find new ways to deal with it. It finds new ways. That is a thing we don't know nothing about in the way we are schooled. But yet, through life, you get all the understanding. And now I got an understanding. That is not the finish. But what you do here, right now, that is of the utmost importance every day, to take on the gratitude and the grace and the power. And with that attitude, you are able to make the change. A big change.
And I'm sure you don't waste time. You don't waste time.
No, every day I'm happy that I'm there, and let's go.
I love it. I love it. What is it like to work with Wim Hof? What is it like? Are you extremely demanding? Is there a culture? Share with me what it's like if I was your employee. What would it be like to work for you?
No, I work only on good energy. When people feel good, they give the best of themselves. It's logical. I don't want to stress out nobody, but challenge yourself. Find that through hormetic stress. Hormetic stress is an ice bath. It's like hormesis. Hormesis is self-inflicted acute stressful experience that makes you strong from the inside. And once that is happening, you suddenly feel you can do more. I challenge people to be creative, to find their creativity, to find their soul, to find an understanding which is beyond their belief, which is their destiny. Find it, because it's there, it's here. It's not the way we are schooled, but that is who we are and what we are. And it is always happy and strong and healthy. Those are the characteristics of a soul. Uninhibited is happy, strong, and healthy. And this is what I want to bring all over the world and with my employees. I'm a child. I'm like a kid. when I play more than my own kids. I like to play football, basketball, chess, paint, play guitar, make funny dad jokes continuously. You can't take me serious. But when the work is on, I'm the one to take it on.
Amazing. And age is just a number because you don't stop. You haven't stopped. You haven't slowed down.
No, I'm so bloody strong. I'm sorry, but it's simply there. And that is because I love life. When you love life, you become strong. Because life is love. Love was the greatest power in the universe. So just love, 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 and you will become one with love. And then you become strong. And then you have a mind that is able to go into the unlimitedness of the mind. And then, yes, this is what we do. This is what you do, what I do. And now we bring it on for others. And that is amazing. Because when we heal others, we bless our soul. And then I want more.
Absolutely. Absolutely true. One of my biggest motivations is when I'm ignored or people don't take it seriously and they don't share the vision. They don't necessarily have to have conflict, but my mindset is I'll show you. I will show you. You will come knocking on my door. I'm sure you have faced so many challenges because your movement's far greater than mine, and really congratulations to you. But what are the biggest, I would say, knockbacks that you can remember, and how do you overcome them? Because you are changing lives, literally for the better, and there'll still be a small minority who will fight you, who will argue with you, or create.
Oh yes. My mission actually is already done. But I want more. I want to change the whole wide world. It is like an oil spot. It goes everywhere. And the ripples, they don't stop no more. Hundreds of millions of people are doing this all. Hey, who could have thought of that? So, once going into that, you will also find enemies. You will find blockages. People who think, he's getting too big. We need to get him down. And they will write down in the media. They will come with accusations. But this is like the biblical story. When you become bigger, they nailed Jesus, man. He was a good man. This is what they do. What did they do with Martin Luther King? What did they do with the Kennedys? What did they do with the people who bring free energy, who bring solutions for cancer? Listen, what I do doesn't cost anything. It's good for humanity to break free, to get into their true potential. That is what I'm advocating, and I will stick to that. I believe in that. I stick to that, and I'm stronger than hate and despair and critical, so-called criticism. Let them be. I'm not frustrated. I'm happy.
Beautiful. Absolutely amazing. I've never had a podcast where I can't wait for it to finish so I can start acting and make things happen. And you literally, honestly, I'm like, when can I start talking to your team and make this happen? And
yeah, cool. Me too. I can see you. I can see and feel you. You will not be disappointed when we work together. I go fast like you. We are like, we don't think, we see.
You have no idea. You have no idea. If I didn't have this event, I'll fly over just to be near you for a cup of coffee. I really would.
Hey, welcome anytime.
Thank you. Absolutely honored. We're going to conclude here because I want to talk to your team. I want to talk to your team.
Please do.
I have you in front of me in our studio. And I want us to rock the Middle East. I want us to rock Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Qatar, Bahrain, Qatar. I think this is our calling. This is our calling.
I'm together with Dr. Miriam Francois. You know her? Dr. Miriam Francois. And she is an expert in the Middle East. And she was 10 years with the BBC and Al Jazeera. And she is a doctor and she works on it. And she wants to make a big documentary to the promised land with Wim Hof. And that, but I'm not a saint. I'm better because I go beyond religion. I want to bring peace effectively, not just state and blah, blah. That's over. That's done. Hey, belief and faith is all religion. I respect it. But I can't respect the status quo of the political situation, what is happening in the Middle East. And if we are able to bring down the beast in the Middle East, then the whole world is ours to bring peace.
Agree. I've been posting regularly about all humans are equal. And people are saying, oh, how brave are you? And your side could be taken down. So what? So what? As long as we're resonating with our values, so what? True, I believe we gladiators, warriors, we just got to keep going and keep going.
Yeah.
And sharing the message of love to everyone.
I want exactly what I want, that every mother is able to promise their children to become happy, strong, and healthy. That is my aim. We will succeed.
I honor you, Wim. I really honor you.
We honor each other in the work.
Thank you.
There we will meet, and that war will bring the peace. It's a spiritual war of the mind. And we will bring the understanding to the people so they will do it themselves. They will see that happiness, if you are happy, you don't go to the war. Very simple.
I think you met someone who's going to match your speed. So brace yourself. We're coming. We're going to do this. I cannot wait.
Love and power.
Gladiators, I hope you're touched and moved as I am, because today we have spoken to somebody who's greater than a saint, and we are going to change the world for the better. And I honor you all. I salute you. See you next time. Thank you.